Most people dramatically underestimate how many calories they actually eat in a day. And it's a big reason why people struggle with weight loss. I find a lot of my patients generally try, but they don't count everything. The sodas, the juices, the alcohol, the condiments, the dressings, those little snacks you had throughout the day that you didn't remember. So let's start with some basics of metabolism. Your BMR, Basal Metabolic Rate. This is the calories that you burn in a day basically by just being alive, breathing, heart function, digestion, etc. That's the minimum number you need to maintain your same weight. We have the Total Daily Energy Expenditure, TDEE. This is your BMR plus all your activity during the day, your steps, your work, your workouts, things like that. So if someone wants to lose weight, we have to look at how these things take into play. 3,500 calories approximately is about 1 pound. So if we divide that by 7 days a week, we need to be in a caloric deficit of 500 calories per day to lose 1 pound per week. So for a typical adult looking to lose some weight, there's an easy place that you can start to kind of calculate your BMR. That would be about 10 times your body weight is the amount of calories we target as your baseline for weight loss. This sets the foundation for the first and most important macro that we can have for you to eat, which is protein. Protein is the most important macro you'll eat, especially as you get older. Protein builds and maintains muscle, which is the #1 driver of your metabolism. It keeps you full longer, it helps control blood sugar, it supports your immune system, and improves recovery. If your goal is fat loss or maintaining a lean, strong body, protein is the foundation and you must get enough. Most studies show adults need about 1/2 to 1 gram per pound of body weight, depending on activity levels. But I try to keep this simple with patients, and I'll tell them, look, if you're a woman, try to hit 100 grams a day. If you're a guy, try to hit 150 grams a day. They're very easy numbers to remember, and you're much more likely to get closer to your actual goals if you pick those numbers than trying to do the math. All right, so we're setting some protein goals, but what are some good sources of protein that you can have to make your macros? Well, on the animal-based side, we're looking at things like chicken, turkey, fish, even shrimp, pork, and lean red meat, if you're into that. On the vegetarian side, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, eggs, beans, lentils, tofu, chickpeas, and even protein shakes. And to give you a sense of scale of how much protein is in things, a typical 8-ounce piece of fish, chicken, lean meat, or pork is going to have about 50 grams of protein. So a 4-ounce serving would have about half of that, which is 25 grams. Here's what actually happens inside your body when you eat protein. When you eat protein, your body breaks it down into amino acids, which are the basic building block of your body. They're used for muscle repair, hormones, enzymes, immune function, and recovery. There are 20 amino acids and 9 are essential, meaning you must get them from food. We cannot synthesize them in our body. A peptide is simply a short chain of amino acids linked together, more complex than a single amino acid, but not as complex as a full protein. Your body uses peptides as signaling molecules to help regulate healing, metabolism, inflammation. That's why peptide therapies have become popular, but they need an appropriate medical oversight. This is why getting enough protein and the amino acids it provides is crucial for preserving muscle and protecting your metabolism as you age. Now next, let's shift into healthy fats and see why they matter a lot more than most people realize. Healthy fats are one of the more misunderstood parts of nutrition, but they are absolutely essential for long-term health. Fats support your hormones, your brain, your immune system, your joints,